600 feet above sea level.
600 feet, that's right. This was a plantation. Sugar cane? Hey, she's right here.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I'm just looking around.
That's a probe camera. Getting a probe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since I'm not a pro, I don't want to be. Yeah, man, it was sugarcane factory. Plantation no longer. But then the citrus and coconut. But y'all can walk through that copper country over there.
Hey, Tiffany, look at you. Oh, is that me?
Almost, that's Buddha.
Okay.
She yoga instructor. She likes to sit like that, so that's must be her.
Yes. I can also sit like that.
You want to
You don't want to do the front.
right.
No, come on, go and tell me. No, come on, go and tell me that.
Alright.
And me decide for me. Yes.
Alright, we can come to the time.
Yeah. But tell Miss Betty say no one bun and cheese.
You leaving us, E1?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm sitting right on your way.
Okay.
In the air conditioning.
We're trying to make the 3 o'clock bus.
Lucky him. So would you rather just walk around and take a look at the house instead? Because the tour will last over 30 minutes.
Well, can you maybe give us highlights as we walk quickly?
Like the most important or most
Most interesting.
things.
Okay,
And you can
no
just
problem.
talk to me because I'm the only one that wanted to come up here.
No problem at all. So my name is Sabrina, okay? Now the estate here, it was established in the 1700s as a sugar plantation. So it is approximately 2,000 acres today. It was all planted in sugarcane, but there's no more sugarcane here. You did ATV right here, right?
No, we
No.
didn't.
So today there's a churches and coconuts here. If you had done ATV right, you'd have seen some of that. So it is still privately owned today from 1742 till today. Yes. Only 7 different owners. It's still privately owned by the Hart family. They live here on the estate, but not in this house. Okay? But the first owner was a colonel in the army. His name was Thomas Williams. He was granted the land in exchange for a service. He built 2 houses on his land. The first one is in ruins. This one was built in 1755 for his daughter-in-law. He built it as a wedding gift. Her name was Elizabeth Baker Williams. She came here in 1755 when the house was built at the age of 17, but she died 7 years later from malaria. After she died, she was buried here. She fell in love with the place when she got here, so she did not want to go back to England. They buried her downstairs to the left of the building, my left here. That room down here, it's called the grave room. Her grave is still there. So you can take a look at it after you're coming back. Okay?
We're going to sit on the way back.
Yes. So when we go around and come back, you can take a look at it. Alright? Thank you. Now this room right here, it is called the gallery. This room and that room to my right, they are the only ones left here with its original flooring. So this is 260 years old.
It's in good shape.
Orange wood. It is very hard, water resistant and termite resistant. But back then they used wooden pegs to hold the floor together, not nails. So that helps preserve it. Now look at the chairs in the room. These are called the Spanish chairs or planters chairs. They are made from loose skin, mahogany, and leather. But if you should take a good look at all 4, you're going to notice no 2 chairs looks the same.
Yeah.
Because they were custom made to fit the persons they were made for. So no matter what your body type is, there would be a chair in the house just for you. Now, with
Very
few
cool.
exceptions of furnishings inside the house, they are Jamaican antiques. They were all collected by the various owners. Okay? Now, are you wet?
No.
No?
I mean, I'm not, well, I'd rather not sit on any of it.
Yeah.
Thank
We don't
you.
want to take any
That
chances.
would have been very cool,
Awesome, no
but
problem. But they're very comfortable. I can assure
yeah,
you.
that one I bet is. The rocking chair.
Now this room here, it is the most formal room of the house. If you should take a look just below the rafters, you'll see a decorative Adam's trees. And on the sides of the window here, that's the sheriff's space. They were installed by the second owner to make the room look more formal as an embellishment. So this is where you would entertain his guests. Alright? If you should cut the roof here, you will see some holes up there. A lot of holes actually. And you might be wondering what happens when it rains here.
I was.
But if you should look around, you're going to notice that nothing is damaged.
It's true.
That's because the roof here is made from cedar, and cedar is a type of wood that expands when it gets wet. So the holes will close up. We do get water inside. We do get water in here, but not a lot. Because it's the peak, when it rains, the water does not settle. It flows off.
Right.
So that's how we don't get too much water inside.
Very cool.
Now the windows that you see around, they are all original to the house. They were added for the excellent ventilation. Do you feel how cool it is inside compared to outside? Yes, and there's also cross ventilation. The wind comes in from all different angles.
Very nice.
I like it.
Now, after the Elizabeth died, the Williams family, they sold the estate. So they didn't stay here very long after. They sold
left
the
their body.
Yeah. They left her
Left her
here
body and
all
moved.
by herself.
That's
They
sad.
sold the estate in 1767 to this man, John Dyer. He bought this estate and he bought every other adjoining ones.
Oh wow.
He wasn't a wealthy man, but he married a heiress to another property adjoining this one. He used his wife like as brother to purchase the home, and then he purchased every other one and planted them with sugarcane. Okay? So he grew to be a very wealthy plantation owner. Okay? He was born and raised here. He was Jamaican, but his parents were British. No, he had a lot of slaves here. He had almost 3,000 slaves, but he was unique. He took care of them. He took care of his slaves. So when there were the rebellions here in Jamaica, the slave rebellion, where most of the plantations were burned, his plantation was not burned. His estate. It wasn't burned because of how he treated his slaves here. He fed them, he clothed them, and he gave them houses. He built them a slave hospital in 1798. Have you seen that, the birthday dairy? Have you seen the
Oh, right
birthday
down
dairy?
there. I
Yes.
saw it while I was doing the challenge course.
Okay, the bird aviary, that's where the slave hospital was, the ruins of that building. It was destroyed in a hurricane. So he also built them a birthing house so the mothers, they could deliver their babies in a clean and environment. So the slaves appreciated that and worked really for him.
So when he bought the house, did it come with slaves or did he have to provide
Yes,
his own?
the plantation came with slaves and
they stayed
then he
here.
bought other slaves. But he didn't have to spend a lot of money on slaves because he kept on expanding on his slaves.
Yeah, and they had children.
They like each other. Now take a look at this painting. This is actually a painting of the Good Hope Estate. It was done in 1835 so that we would know what the Good Hope Estate had looked like before emancipation here. Because, as I said, there were the rebellions and most of the estates were burned. But this one was not burned, so the buildings you see there, they're all still here today. Let me refresh your memory. This one, that's where we are, the Great House. This was a coach house and a carriage house, just from around there. Now this was the trading house or trading room, sugar and molasses. Now the reception area.
Okay.
Just across the street from that one was the chemical house where our resident potter David Cooper stores his pottery today. This was the slave hospital, now the bird aviary. This was where the doctors would stay, doctors' residence. That's where the present owners live now. This was a factory where the sugar was processed. Now it's used to pack the coconuts and oranges here for export. And that's the water wheel. Did you go tubing?
Yes.
This is where you tube.
Okay.
I remember the bridge. Yes.
Yes.
Going through
Now
that bridge.
these were the huts or barracks of the slaves, the homes of the slaves. They were made from wood, so they deteriorated over the years. And this was the overseer's house. The overseer was John Clark's son, but he was an illegitimate son. John here was. He was born to a slave, but he was his favorite son, so he made him the overseer of all his property. That's where he lived. He's buried outside the great aviary.
Cool.
No, that's where the present farm manager is. So these buildings, they're over 200 years old, still here on the property, well preserved. Dude, come on in. Next room.
We gotta go faster.
Guess what we call this room?
Blue room.
Oh,
The
you
kids'
saw
room.
it on the door, didn't you?
I did.
Oh.
I can I can read.
Yes, it's called the blue room because it's painted blue. This was Elizabeth's room, not a kid's room. The beds are tiny, yes, but that's because people back then were not that big. They were really tiny. Elizabeth was petite.
You're petite.
Yeah, that's blue. Yeah, so I could fit on the bed.
Yes.
So this was her room. Blue was her favorite color. That's why it's painted blue. Always been blue. But originally there were 9 rooms in the house, 9 bedrooms. But there are 3 here today, and 4 added bathrooms. The reason why there were 9, that's because the rooms we have today were partitioned. So originally this was 2 rooms.
Okay.
Elizabeth and her husband slept in separate bedrooms. Very common back then,
Right.
but not gonna happen today, right?
Right.
That's why she had no kids before she died.
Yeah.
But bum.
But the, but the 5th owner, Joseph Thompson, he took the partitions out. He bought the estate in 1912, but in 1933 he used it as a hotel. So he wanted the rooms to be spacious to accommodate his guests. And that's when bathrooms were finally added to the house. That's one right here. So this house was used to have bed and breakfast up until 2011. We just
Where are the closets?
No closets.
No closets?
standing wardrobes in the corner right there.
Oh.
Built-in closets are 20th century convenience. They
Oh,
use
but there's a
standing-
potty here.
Yep, that's what they use for the bathroom. This is a closet, standing wardrobe. One in every bedroom. One of these would be in every bedroom as well. If you have a pot chair or commode. This is the copper room. It was John Tarp's bedroom. And the reason why they call it copper room is because of the bathroom here. Copper bathroom. John Tarp, he built it in 1797. He was
Wow.
diagnosed with rheumatism, arthritis.
So I guess do you pour the like hot water up there and then release it down here?
He built this as a small sugar boiler for heating his bath water. The furnace for the fire downstairs. So the fire would heat the water here, then
And
the
then
pipe would take it into the
Gotcha.
tub. It's made from copper, stone, and lead.
Cool.
Very ingenious.
First hot water bath in the Caribbean.
Nice. And the shower too. Yeah.
The shower is original.
That's really cool.
Go for a walk,
Yeah, that's cute.
Now, take a look at this section here. This is for the tours we cater to from the cruise ships, high tea and taste of Jamaica. They come here to try Jamaican cuisine and all different herbal teas. Okay? But we cater to weddings here also, magical weddings. So it's also for reception. So if you're not married yet and you want to get married in the future, you're all married?
Yeah.
No, too bad. If you know someone who wants to get married, so please like this is open for weddings.
Or renew your
If you want
vows.
to renew your vows, like you can have your renewal or something like that.
Okay.
For that too.
Yeah.
It looks very, very nice.
What, that's there's a pool back there. I mean,
That's the root of the first house that was built here.
y'all should get in touch with The Bachelor and that could be one of their fantasy suite gigs.
This room, it was also built in the 1700s. John Tarp built it as his counting house.
Quickly.
No, but then it was said to be bad manners to count the money in the home, and they believed it would bring bad luck. So he built it for the purpose of counting his money. But it was later converted into a honeymoon suite, so that's why there's a bed inside now. Have you seen the movie how Stella got her groove back?
Yes.
With Angela Bassett?
Yes.
And Tay Diggs, a part of it was filmed there.
Okay.
That's where she got her groove back.
That's where she got her groove back. That is where Stella got her groove back. Wow. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
It's a very old movie from the 90s.
Yeah. Very old. Very old from the 90s, Paul.
That's our national bird.
I love hummingbirds. They're my favorite. I love-
Small-tailed hummingbird.
I have hummingbird feeders at our house.
Have you ladies seen the movie of Stella got her groove back?
You know, I see part of it.
Okay. That's where she got her
That's
groove
where Stella got her groove back.
I don't think I made it to where she got her groove back.
back. Oh, you were alone. So this other detached building, that's the kitchen. But then kitchens were always made detached from the main house as a fire precaution.
Sure.
Still a working kitchen, that's where the food for the tours we paid used to cook.
This is my third plantation home tour.
This is for dining room. This painting right here, it was done by 12 children, orphans. They didn't get a chance to go to school. The words around it are the words to the song sung by Whitney Houston, The Greatest Love of All.
So each person is
Each child painted
painted
one of the
with
angels and slaves. That's the song. Now take a look at the setting here. Most of what you see, they are original from the 20th century. The chinaware are limouche from France, the gold is real gold. The silverware are made from real silver and the saucers came from England. They value £10,000 each.
Which one? Each
Saucer.
setting?
Ooh, don't touch it.
What is that?
That's 10,000 pounds.
Just that.
So,
Don't touch it.
The older it gets, the more valuable it gets.
Yeah.
But the stuff, the chinaware is way more valuable.
Yeah.
Okay? Now this is the final room of the house. This is the other drawing room. That's the first one over there, the formal one, and this is the family room. Where the family will get together. So you call it your living room, but at home. Okay?
Yeah.
Still no flat screen TV here, but who needs one? Look at the view.
Right?
Okay? So for entertainment, they will play chess or checkers. And that's a map of Jamaica, which is very old. It's dated back to 1888. But it's a very detailed map and it's rare. This is where we are on the map. We're in Trelawney.
These are
And the
hand-drawn.
capital of Trelawney is found. Woodlow is right there.
Isn't that fun?
That's cool.
No, we're on the ship.
Ship, you're on the boat. Oh, so this is where your cruise ship dock.
Yeah.
When you do come back to stay for a week, stay right here. Montego Bay.
That's where the other people we were doing
Number one
challenge
tourist
course with were staying.
destination on the island. Look at that in the corner. Do you know what it is?
Is unicorn horn?
It's a tusk of a narwhal whale.
I was gonna
They
say
call it
tusk.
unicorn of the sea.
I almost said tusk.
Huh?
I went and
They're called unicorn of the sea because they have the only straight tusk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a narwhal. Yeah. So it's
So
ivory. It's
the
very
ocean.
rare. It's very expensive.
Sure.
The six stoners brought it here. They were adventurous. The whales are found in the Arctic Circle. They're not extinct yet, but they're very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Cool.
Did we take that? We haven't seen the grave, did we?
No, we didn't see the
No.
grave. We're gonna see it on the way out.
Real quick.
Hurry up, I love explorers.
I do too.
Yeah. The shiplap. Will you buy me some, Evan?
Sure.
Oh, did you almost fall?
That's what you get. But they have to get the 3 o'clock bus.
Okay.
They might come, they might come. Oh, that's it.
Oh my god, I don't want to step on her.
That's her grave in the corner right there. Oh, this is what you're putting in. Right here. These are the-
Very cool.
I mean, it's sweet. But
Thank you
sad
for-
they moved and left her. Well, she was dead. They like it's not like they
Come with
waited
us, dead
around.
body.